Thanks for choosing News 5 Sports. I'm Chris Wagner. Ed is off again tonight. The University of Nebraska-Lincoln campus will be abuzz with Bubba Fever tomorrow. That's when the prize QB recruit is set to step foot in Lincoln to prepare for second session summer classes. Normally this wouldn't be a story, a student arriving for class, but Derek Bubba Starling is at the epicenter of Husker Nation's excitement as football season draws nearer. Starling has just more than a month to decide if he'll stay enrolled at Nebraska and fight for the job of quarterback, or to sign on the dotted line with his hometown Kansas City Royals, who picked him 5th in June's Major League Baseball draft. Husker color commentator and former receiver Matt Davidson says we shouldn't automatically think Bubba will choose the money.
I think there's a better chance that he comes than most people give it, but still, what's the best decision for him? I don't know. Maybe he goes plays baseball for a few years. Maybe he's the starting quarterback in Nebraska in 2016 or something. Yeah, save this film. It might happen.
We'll do that, Matt. Starling has honestly been torn over the decision whether to cash in and possibly be the next George Brett or to pass up his hometown team for the chance to be the next Eric Crouch. Only time will tell, but for this coming week at least, it's all about going to class, not the bank. Starling may be a Kansas football and baseball star, but could the next Bubba be on the field today in Hastings, Nebraska? Let's head out to Duncan Field for day 2 of the Johnny Hop tournament as Hastings 5 Points takes on Lincoln Northeast. It's a beautiful day back-to-back here at Duncan Field. Hastings ready to go. Top of the third, 3-1 lead. Lincoln's Jesse Rawl nails a single into right center. That starts off some good stuff for them. Swing, bada, bada, says that little guy. Still in the third, Rob Sherrill causes problems for Hastings, hitting a grounder to short, leaving Matt Overmiller with his hands tied. 5 Points fans looking on, hoping for a comeback. Still in the third, J.D. Peterson for Lincoln with what would turn out to be a sac fly, allowing yet another run to score. Well, we got to give you a little secret here. When our cameraman left, it was 8-1 in the fourth. But just like yesterday against Grand Island, 5 Points would storm back for a 10-9 victory. So they make yet another comeback. We'll take a couple more scores here from the Johnny Hop tournament. Grand Island Home Federal defeated Lincoln Northeast right after that game 13-3. And the next two games, Grand Island Home Federal defeated Fremont 12-0. And Hastings 5 Points, again with another win, 14-6, came back from a 1-0 lead. They are looking good for next week. They call him the captain, number 2, Derek Jeter. But what would the number for the day for the Yankee shortstop be? 3,000? In the first inning, Jeter got a single for his 2,999th hit. We move on to the third inning where this happened.
And he wanted to do one thing, play for the Yankees. The 3-2. That one's drilled deep to left field. Going back, Joyce, looking up. See ya! 3,000. History with an exclamation point. Oh, what a way to join the 3,000 hit club. Derek Jeter has done it in grand style.
There's no better way to do that. You got to be happy for him, even if you don't like the Yankees. Jeter would make the day even more perfect, going 5 for 5, including knocking in the game's winning run in the 8th inning. Jeter is the first player to hit 3,000 hits strictly as a Yankee, and is the second player to ever hit a home run for number 3,000. The second one, Omaha native Wade Boggs. And yes, the fan that caught the ball did give it back to Jeter. And the final score in that game, you were probably interested in, the Yankees won 5-4, as we said. A couple more scores for you. The Kansas City Royals with a big win over Detroit today, 13-6. And my Pittsburgh Pirates fall to the Chicago Cubs 6-3. They give up a chance to get share of first place. Speaking of Pittsburgh, Steelers wide receiver and Dancing with the Stars champ Hines Ward was arrested just before 4 a.m. Eastern time this morning for driving while under the influence of alcohol. The former Super Bowl MVP was released from a Georgia jail on $1,300 bond. Well, when News 5 Sports continues, we're going to head out to Kearney for the Mr. Basketball Tournament, and we're going to tee it up with some of the best around. So get your best golf clap ready. Don't go away. We'll tell you about the Adams County Open after this timeout. It's arguably the most relaxing and at times the most stress-inducing game on the planet. This weekend, some of the area's best golfers are in Hastings for the Adams County Open. This year's tournament is sponsored by 5 Points Bank. 85 of the best putters and drivers are taking part in the event. And luckily for the men and women out on the green, it was a beautiful day at Laughlin Country Club. You can thank Amy and Joe and Travis for that. Everyone will hit the links again tomorrow down the road at Southern Hills for the completion of the tournament. And finishing up tonight, we're going to head out to Kearney for more of this weekend's Mr. Basketball Tournament. We go to the Nebraska Knights and the Colorado Kings. We begin with the Knights' Eric Nickman drilling a three-point shot with a 3-0 lead. And we're going to see a lot of trays coming up here. We got another one, this one by Matt Powell. Swish from the corner. That makes it 6-1. And Matt Powell said, "It was so nice, I'm going to try it twice." He drills one more. That's going to make it 12-1. And they're going to keep piling it on. This time, we're going to see Cole Chattal. He knocks down a shot to make it 17-3. And we got one more shot coming up. And it's going to be, guess what? Another three, this time by Jacob Getz. And the Nebraska Knights run away with us when they dethrone the Kings 92-29. So that is about it for sports, Rachel. One extra little note for you soccer or football fans. Germany in the Women's World Cup eliminated on their home turf against Japan 1-0. United States plays tomorrow against Brazil.
Well, thank you, Chris, and great job, by the way. Normally, you're my producer on the weekdays, and it's so much fun to share this anchor desk with you.
Usually, I'm the one yelling at people in here, so now I get to hear it from upstairs.
Well, it's a lot of fun being up here with you. Good job.
Same here.
All right, coming up, we're going to have a guilt performance for you, so you'll want to stay tuned for that.